Hi there guys, happy Monday. Mike Graham here from SME Skills Academy, and in today's video what I want to take you guys through is how to deal with the danger zone in your sales process. Regardless of what you're selling, whether it's a product, a service, whether it's B2B, B2C, every sales process has this. It's the danger zone. It's that horrible part in the sales process where you just don't know what's happening next. It could be sometimes, normally the most typical place where it happens is where when you've sent a proposal or you've given a quote or you've told the prospect your price and how things are going to work, and for whatever reason, there's a period of silence. It's like they were super into you, they were super into the product, they were super into what you do, and then all of a sudden, poof, into thin air, and you just don't know what to do, right? So the danger zone is a horrible part of the sales process. It's a part where no matter how good you get at pitching, no matter how good you get at sales, it will always exist. And yes, there are things you can do to get rid of it. Not so much get rid of it, but there are things that you can do to reduce it, but you can't get rid of it forever. So what I want to share with you guys in this video today is sort of 3 golden nuggets in terms of what you can do to really just be more prepared and deal with the danger zone in a more efficient manner, right? So the very first thing is in your sales process, you need to know where that danger zone is. Sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 3, depending how long your sales process is, but you've got to know where it is, right? You've got to really evaluate and kind of go, maybe what you should do is go back to your last 20, 30 deals or sales, whether they were deals or not, and kind of evaluate at what point did the danger zone happen and just highlight that. And that tells you that that's where the danger zone is, okay? So the very first thing is understand where it is, because what you can then do is you can then preempt it, right? So I'll give you an example. Let's say you meet someone on a Monday, you give them the proposal, you know that your danger zone is now coming. So you will say to them, let me touch base with you, let me follow up with you come Thursday if I don't hear from you. Right? So it opens the door, and that leads me to my point number 2. You want to make sure that going into your danger zone, you know what the next step is and what the next step after that is. Because you've got to have some sort of process for dealing with that danger zone, as in the steps. And in terms of talking about process, that leads me to my 3rd and final step, which is what are you going to do during that danger zone? Because you can't just this is part of the reason people struggle with the danger zone so much, is because they haven't heard from their prospect for a few days. So what they do is they just keep following up. It almost becomes stalkerish, right? It's like, hey, it's me again. How are you? And the person knows why you're calling, right? So you've got to create different reasons. IBM did a study a couple of years ago where they found out on average, it takes 13 touch points for someone to make a buying decision. 13 touch points. That means you've got to be talking to someone 13 times. You can't be talking to someone 13 times about the same stuff because it gets boring. You know, did you get my proposal? Yes. Did you read my proposal? Yes. Do you want my proposal? Maybe. Did you like do you know what I mean? It gets boring. So you've got to think of different things. So a good thing is if you run events or if you go networking, invite your prospects to them. It gives you a reason to touch base without being salesy. If you've read an interesting article, send it to them. Figure out reasons to touch base with people through that danger zone that aren't related to what you're selling, that adds some sort of reason for you to keep talking to them. That's what you're looking for. You're just looking for something to stay front of mind. Because if you're not front of mind, you're back of mind. And if you're back of mind, guys, you don't want to be back of mind, because if you're back of mind, you are totally forgotten. So those 3 golden nuggets is, number 1, know where your danger zone is. You know, be aware of that. Number 2, understand the steps you've got to take to deal with it, as in what's the next step and what's the step after. And number 3, understand what you're going to be doing through that danger zone to enable you to navigate it in a confident and efficient manner so that you can get the prospects from one end to the other and either get your yes, get your no, but either way, you've got yourself a decision. So guys, I hope this video has helped you how to deal with the danger zone more effectively. Drop it a like if you like it, give it a comment, give it a share. Maybe tell me, how do you deal with the danger zone in your sales process? And listen, if you're interested in having a complimentary sales session with us, a 1-hour sales session where we go into your business in deep detail to give you some tips and advice on what you need to do specifically, Go to our website, www.smeskills.co.uk, and just fill in one of the forms for a complimentary discovery session. And one of our consultants, no matter where you are in the UK, no matter where you are in the world, someone will give you a call, someone will have a 1-hour session with you and really help you to get your sales growing in the next 6 months, 180 days to get to the next level. Have a fantastic week, have a great day, and I look forward to speaking to you all very soon. Bye for now.